Well, it's been a while since I've had the pleasure of a guest here on Clubman Angle TV, but I do have one tonight, but I'm not sure whether he's here auditioning for The Masked Singer or he's got some exciting news concerning harness racing. I've got a good feeling it's about the latter. And of course, I'm referring to the General Manager of Racing at Clubman Angle, Mr. David Wonson. Well, good to catch up, Wano. And how would you go as The Masked Singer?
I don't know how I'd go with The Masked Singer. I haven't sung for quite some time, probably never. But it looks like it'd be a bit of fun, I suppose.
I wouldn't carry a note in the bucket, so I can't talk. Well, Dave, before we get on to this exciting news, just a word about the professionalism of harness racing, in particular the trainers, the drivers, the stable hands, to get us through another very difficult period.
It's just like repeat, isn't it? We were talking about exactly the same thing last year. It's amazing that we've come to the same situation 12 months later, but once again, the professionalism of right from the top, from Harness Racing New South Wales, Clubman Angle, the trainers, the drivers, to get us through this, all the staff, especially, it's a lot, I think it's a lot, well it is, it's a lot worse than it was last year. It just seems to be all around us, so somehow we've been able to get through it at this stage. We're living in a very different world, but fortunately harness racing and racing in general has been able to hold the fort, and we're just going forward with it.
David, in your role here at Clubman Angle, you must be very proud.
Yeah, I am. I'm really proud of all the staff, right through from the office staff. There's a lot of office staff that have had to make big sacrifices. Bruce Christensen, our CEO, hasn't been here for 3 months. You've got Giles, our IT person, he hasn't been here for 3 months. A lot of the club people have been off. A few of them we've been able to transfer over into the stables. They're doing COVID patrols, making sure everyone's compliant, helping with the stables. So we've been able to transfer some of the club staff over into the racing staff, which is fantastic. We're all doing the COVID compliance that Harness Racing New South Wales request. They're doing weekly tests, social distancing. We've just got to, that's what everyone's got to do, and we've done it really well so far.
David, that light at the end of the tunnel is getting closer and brighter, and you've got some interesting news concerning the regional championships. Yeah,
well, we've got the British Challenge just around the corner. So Harness Racing New South Wales issued a press release during the week, actually yesterday, in regards to some of the regional trainers will be able to, as of next Saturday, come back to Menangle for horses that their class in the regional areas are not standing up due to a lack of horses of that class. So those horses, and generally it's the higher class horses, 80 and above, can now start coming back to Menangle on a Saturday night. We're in the fortunate position where we've got the new stables and we have the old stables that we had here in Retention Barn, where we can facilitate those trainers into a different area. So from October 2, horses that are struggling to get a run in the regional areas, generally, as I said, the higher class horses, will be given the opportunity to nominate here on a Saturday night again, and we're looking forward to that because the semi-finals of Breeders' Challenge start on Saturday, October 16.
And David, we can start now thinking on a positive note concerning the Inter-Dominion in a couple of months' time.
Yeah, those nominations are looking fantastic, Michael. They close. This will probably come out just after they've closed, but they've got another 48 hours. Monday at noon, nominations close. They're really strong. There's about 65, 70 in the paces so far. There's about 45 in the trotters. The trotters is looking really exciting. Hopefully everyone's in, because it's a $20,000 late nomination fee if you're not in by 12 o'clock. But they're looking really strong. First declarations will be on October 25, so nominations are free. Numbers are good. People can have a look and see where we are. Hopefully we'll be a little bit clearer on where the state is and what travel arrangements can be made, but at the moment, status quo. First round of heats will be here on November 27, followed by the Wednesday heats at Bathurst on December 1. Last round of heats on the Sunday at Newcastle on December 4, and back here for the final on December 11.
On the subject of the trotters, I don't think New South Wales has been in a stronger position as far as trotters are concerned for some time.
Yeah, look, we've got some really nice up-and-coming trotters and some established stars. Now you've got your Tough Monarch, who's arguably in the top couple of horses in Australia. We've got Funky Monkeys nominated for it. She's taken all before us so far. Joey Rando's got 5 or 6 horses nominated for the series. Really looking forward to that series. It's run under the same conditions as the Pacers, so there's 3 rounds of heats into the final. There's a lot of good Victorians. There's a couple of New Zealand horses that are up and coming horses will be here, or hopefully they're here. So it's a really exciting series to look forward to.
Yeah, of course, the Darren Hancock train dropped the hammer, and Aldebaran Ravani, David, do you think she'll be going around?
Not sure. Really haven't spoken to Belinda and Luke. Look, she's only young. She's still lightly assessed. She's very fast. The rigours of an Inter-Dominion Carnival might be a little bit too hard for her at this stage, but you never know. Like, it's on the doorstep. She's going fantastic. Sometimes, why not?
Yeah, maybe a year just too early for her. She's been very exciting. She's made the transition from the Northern Hemisphere to South.
Yeah, flying, isn't she? Like, it's unbelievable. 4-year-old trotting mares and they're running 53s and incredible. Coming out in 26 seconds. Just a few years ago, you wouldn't believe it. But that's the evolution of the trotter, especially here in New South Wales on this great track.
Well, Dave, we're starting to head in some very exciting action, of course, once the Inter-Dominion Carnival's over. A couple of months off into the Miracle Mile Carnival. So harness racing is about to get, if you pardon the expression, a shot in the arm just at the right time.
Yeah, it's a couple of exciting months, starting with the Breeders' Challenge in October, going into the Inter-Dominion Carnival, have a little bit of a Christmas break and then straight into the Miracle Mile Carnival. I know people are chomping at the bit, all the staff that haven't been here for quite a few months. As I said, those pathways that the New South Wales Health have promised when we get to the 75-80% vaccination rates, things will be full swing, and it's going to be a really exciting, busy few months that we're looking forward to here at Clubman Angle.
No doubt, Dave, once those decisions are made by the state government, also the health department, that the CEO, Mr Bruce Christensen, will then have the information at his disposal so we can inform people when they can come back to harness racing.
Yeah, that roadmap's going to be really important. We always follow what the New South Wales health regulations are on that. Hopefully we can have people back here for the Inter-Dominion Carnival. It looks like we'll be able to in some form. There will be restrictions, of course, spacing and how many people you can have on the premise, but come Christmas time, post-Christmas, things are looking good that we can go back to what we had last year in a fantastic carnival, Miracle Mile Carnival, and fantastic crowds.
We'll also be able to bring some more interviews in the next few weeks with our participants.
Michael, I know you're chomping at the bit to start talking to the trainers and the drivers again. It's going to be exciting to see those interviews because there's some really, really exciting horses coming up in this Breeders' Challenge series. And I'm sure you're wanting to be able to have a talk to those drivers and feel what their expectations are.
Well, the trainers and drivers, they have been wonderful with their participation. I know they're looking forward to getting back here once again so they can promote the industry and along with themselves.
Oh, look, probably to start with, we've done it before. We've done it last year where we slowly opened it up, and that was generally to the members and the owners coming here, which could have been in controlled areas. They can't mix with the trainers and drivers and the horses, but we can facilitate that. So that's probably the footprint that we'll start with. So hopefully British Challenge night, final night, that we are able to have hopefully we can have some of the general public here enjoying the festivities.
Well, we've covered harness racing. I can't let you go. South Penrith Grand Final, which way are you going?
What game tonight was? Penny Panthers. Penrith.
I'm going to be with you. I think the Penrith Panthers can go one better this year. Well, Dave, it's been great to catch up with you. Hopefully the first of many to come.
Sounds great, Mike. I look forward to it.